Romancing the Dungeon is a soft-core D&D podcast about heroes navigating their daily lives while looking for love in a world full of peril, monsters, and heartbreakers. This show is intended for mature audiences as it contains adult themes. Hey, Ivan? Or Nate? Or Hephaesta? Can I ask you a question? Content warnings for specific episodes can be found in the episode description. Okay, so I'm looking for Fia. What you should know before that is this is what's been happening.
Everybody, what's going on around here? I'm caught up in the fray. I can't see what's happening. What's going on, like?
Nate and the Clodagh girl are back, right? So they've got the kids. That's fine. Oh my god! Oh god, there's black lung down here. Everyone, cover your mouth.
Sorry, yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. They've all been looking for some kids, and I've been here trying to make some soup for it, but nobody's my soup. So I kind of decided, if I get the soup, they'll come back with the kids.
I did hear something about children. We can't feed more children.
There's more children down here?
There's more children down here.
I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, I followed you all down here. I thought this was just some new underground bar.
The king is dead, and this is the rebellion. Where did you come from?
This is the rebellion.
Oui, the rebellion is here.
Mama, where's Brother Ragnar? Well, honey, I think we might need to talk about death.
Why?
Because everyone's dead.
Maybe Brother Ragnar can talk to me about death. He knows about all those things.
He did.
Oh my god, there's Brother Ragnar. Oh my god, he's wounded.
Oh, gosh. Oh, heavens. Oh, ugh.
Has anybody seen, like, Agelius or...
Oh, yeah, bud. I seen him coming down the... that's AJ and Hephaesta over there. I thought he was kind of into that king killer lady. Seems like he's trying to spark up something. What an absolute harlot.
Are you lonely, miserable, or just plain horny? Well, you've taken the first steps to solving your problems. At least your dating ones. Welcome to D8. Devoted desires, dreamy or dirty. Dapper dates for dejected daters. My name is Roz Greypurse. Founder, CEO, and love wizard. But you can call me the velvet sorceress of the sheets. The fluffy flirt. Or... hey, you in the bushes, I can see your tail twitching. Get out of here, I'm calling the cops, you pervert. I mean, do you have any nicknames, and where did they come from?
Meeting me, you might actually think my name is AJ. But funny enough, it's not. My name's Agelius Steele. And AJ is short for that. So there's loads of people who meet me think my name's actually AJ, but that isn't a nickname. And it comes from my longer name, which is Agelius Steele.
Oh, thank God you're done.
So when I was a baby, my granny used to find me standing in my crib staring at the moon. So she calls me Moonbug.
Oh, Fia, that's the nicest thing you've said.
So, you know me as Nate, but actually Nate is actually a short version of...
oh, go on.
...of Nathaniel. My nickname is actually Nate. So because it's you know, and then I suppose to even go further than that, you know, my fans, they're the nation. So that's my nickname for my fans. So
fascinating.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating.
So sort of nickname.
I need a drink. Come on out with it.
No, zero. None at all. Nobody calls me anything other than Hephaesta. Nothing. Nope.
Oh, I've called you plenty.
Those weren't nicknames, Ross.
No. No, they weren't. And most I didn't say to your face. Oh, Marilla and I.
Those also weren't nicknames.
She's dead. And that's sad.
with AJ and Hephaesta having arrived back at the camp, you see that it's not that the mood was particularly great, but it is now wrought with kind of fear and upset. The survivors, the rebels, whatever you want to call them, have all gathered in that kind of mess hall area. McGucket, with Ike and Jess kind of tucked to his side, is trying to keep calm as people are beginning to kind of panic. Brother Ragnar has returned from the surface, having gone up to get supplies. He's got a wound on his right shoulder. He looks kind of shook and just staring at you, Hephaesta and AJ, as you come back. Please tell me you've found a way out.
Only if we can all get much smaller. We need to decrease in size.
Not in the amount of people, but physically we need to be small.
The crowd kind of start murmuring. There's 70 people here, and like Estrella kind of calls up, don't forget the hogs.
Well, is there anyone from like Talek's library or any arcane inclined practitioners here? Or we were actually thinking McGucket, because you brew, you might be able to brew a potion of shrinky dinks.
Well, I've been known to dabble in a little bit of alchemical nonsense, but it takes time, and if I get it wrong, I don't know how big or how small I can make y'all.
We presumably also have to go back to our original sizes.
Probably.
Although if it gets us out alive, then that's it.
But where exactly is it that we're going, and that we need to be small to do?
There's a tiny village past the... So, sorry, let's backtrack. The Swirly Whirly is alive.
Again, there's kind of like a... What?
The water isn't water. It's a creature or multiple creatures. And they will kill us all. So we can't really use that. But if you go past that and through a wall, there's a small village of children, and their chimneys go up. And if you go up them, you reach the surface. So we all need to be child house chimney sized to get up.
What's the chimney made of?
Stone.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Why? Is there anything you could do to make the stone? I suppose the other way is to, instead of shrinking us,
Make the chimney bigger.
embiggening the chimney.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Embiggen.
Is that not the word for making larger?
Making a real trump of yourself.
What you're thinking of, Hephaesta, for a group of, it's like a school of like disgusting fish creatures. And kids, I know what you're thinking, but not a cool kind of school.
Genuinely, the crowd are beginning to... It's getting worse. Because now it's but I can't climb. And then there's like...
But I can't climb.
There's
quiet you in the crowd.
a young man trying to take care of his elderly mother. And she's like, but no, it's okay. You can... I'll stay behind. And people are kind of like wondering, what are they going to do with the kids? What are they going to do with...
Oh, the kids can definitely get up the chimney.
Mm-hmm. The kids will be safe.
The kids are already getting up the chimney. The other kids. There's other kids down here.
And then, what are the kids?
I don't know. They wouldn't talk to us for some reason.
We're also kind of assuming they're kids because there were tiny feet prints.
That's true. We didn't see them.
There was initially 2 sets of feet prints, but then in the harder parts of their life, there was only 1 set of feet prints for them. But the thing is, that's when one of the kids was carrying the other kid.
Wait, McGucket, we saw those other kids.
Oh, with the rat.
Yeah, maybe they live in the tiny village?
So what you've managed to discover is you require some kind of potion or brew to shrink 70 people so they may climb chimneys, though some aren't able. To go where?
Well, if you make the ones that aren't able smaller, they can go in the pockets of the people who are able.
Where?
To the surface, to escape, to the mountains.
You climbed the chimneys. You know exactly where they're going.
Well, no, I'm too big.
We were too big for the chimneys.
Yeah, keep up. Come on, Ragnar.
Like,
Look, Ragnar, we either need to embiggen the chimney or belittle the people.
There are 70 people here who have put their fate, their stock, and their lives in your hands.
Well, now, hang on a minute, because we got washed up on shore and didn't ask for that.
And they saved you. They offered you shelter.
And
Should
we
they
are
have let you
trying...
drift down the river?
We are trying to help. It's the only way out. Like
he's only annoyed because he didn't get the supplies. That was his mission. We did okay in ours. These guys definitely completed theirs.
Yeah, we smashed it.
Yeah.
Yes, I, a brother of the Temple of Rogue, adept at sneaking and stealthing and gathering things at the time of stress, and along with the other brothers and sisters who also had military academy training, who've also been adventuring. Yes, we were tasked with doing that. How noble. We're at a loss. Are you suggesting that we leave now and go towards the Swirly Whirly? And in the interim, Mr. McGuckin is to brew some sort of potion, or somebody else is to widen the chimneys.
The mention of military training triggers something in AJ. And he turns to the group and says, we have an army coming down upon us. We have an alive Swirly Whirly where they think we're going. 2 enemies, 1 solution. Hide until they clash. Make it seem like that's the way we went and lead one directly
we'll have to
into
lead them ourselves.
Pardon?
We'll have to lead them. Like, we'll have to get the rest of them to safety and we'll have to bait them in.
I think the army comes down one way. If we can give them the slip and they go towards the Swirly Whirly, and we go back out the way the army came. An old switcheroo with the Swirly Whirly and no need for a shrink-a-dink.
But that's going to take us up to the surface in the middle of a town that wants us dead.
The last place they'd expect us. You're right, though. That is.
You are very close to an idea.
Idea adjacent, I call it. Idea adjalius.
But potentially solving the Swirly Whirly problem with the army problem could be, especially if we
I am
hide
happy
in the...
to let them clash.
Hide in the little village.
Yes.
Through the walls, which we had to go through the walls to get into. We could get everyone there, go through the walls. The army follows. They clash with the Swirly Whirly. And we sort of escape in the skirmish.
What do you mean go through the walls?
So walls neither go up nor down, but you can go through them. Actually, sorry. They
Yeah,
go
if
up
you're
and down.
magic.
Look, I don't mean to be the voice of reason here, but there's also 70 people down here.
Would the tiny village fit 70 people?
At a squeeze.
Like, we could stand around in it.
Okay.
We could put all of our 74 minds together. We could get down there, and I'm sure one of the 74 people will come up with an idea.
Declan, how ready are you to play 65 NPCs? What if I make a ladder out of the stones up the chimney?
I think what Brother Ragnar was saying is we actually don't know where the chimneys go, but it is at least closer to the waterfall than here and through the backwards where the army's coming from. At the very least, I think we should get going and we'll be at the front. We'll clear out any lingering, disgusting things that are standing in our way. We'll get them to the tiny village. The army follows. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but at the very least, we're boxed in.
That sounds like a great plan when you say it out loud like that.
Yeah.
But we, as a group, have always done well under pressure. So if we
McGuckin goes to raise his hand.
if we put ourselves into a dire situation, we're
Sure,
sure to
it'll
come
be
up with,
fine.
yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yes.
No, it was just that, we will come up with something. We've always done well. He was about to go, well, actually.
Excuse you. Who's alive right now?
Multiple occasions.
I don't see any other, there's no other way out of this place. Unless you know of anything, Brother Ragnar or Bobo found anything, or McGuckin's found it. Like, this is our only...
Tuk Tuk.
Is dead.
Oh, wait, what?
Tuk Tuk died.
Saving Brother Ragnar.
Oh, I didn't know he died
Get him
saving
back.
you. I know he saved you. Oh. I need to go sit over here for a while.
You hated Tuk Tuk.
It is, AJ, when it's that thing of like, you're like Brother Ragnar, Bobo. You don't see Bobo.
But Bobo didn't no go. No go, Bobo. Bobo went to...
Bobo came back with McGuckin's party and wandered off. And you haven't seen him. He didn't approach. He didn't come up and talk to you. He nodded at you, but he didn't come near you.
I don't see any other option aside from when you say you can make stairs out of the stone. Could you make a hidey spot for us out of stone? Could you like hide us behind stone? All 70 of us?
Overhead, there's a explosive blast, and the ceiling shakes, and dust and stones fall on the crowd below. People start panicking. They're now kind of, there's a couple of screams, and people are like, a woman scoot up her 2 kids, and people are now kind of flitting around the place.
Okay, well, we can't stay here, so...
I just look at Ragnar and I'm like, listen, I know you're not happy with the solution, but either we stay here and everyone dies, or we start moving into the village unless you have a better idea.
I don't. I simply asked that we figure out what we would do when we get there.
We can figure that out when we get there. If we wait any longer, they will get to us.
Then lead the way.
So we just start ushering them towards the...
So what? Talk me through the setup here. Who's doing what? Like,
so you have to lead,
Yeah.
AJ, for sure. And then, I don't know, do we kind of
Two at the
space
front, two at the
ourselves
back?
out?
I'll lead up the back just to kind of make sure everybody's
Yeah.
getting there and keep an eye out for anybody on our tail.
you're with Nate?
Yeah, it makes sense for us to be in the front anyway, because
Okay.
we've done the trek.
McGucket and Ragnar are kind of like that. They're helping, and
Yeah.
Ike is also doing that. Like, yeah, no, I'm directing the crowd too, and it's like helping kind of usher people left, right, and center.
Like, you know the little people in the village. You know the kids in the village.
Yeah, what about it?
Can you talk to them for us?
I don't know. I'm talking to you right now. You
Okay.
still haven't apologized.
I'm so sorry.
I don't feel that was real.
I will do... Okay, best apologies have actions. I promise to be more supportive. I promise to show you how to cast healing spells if I
my
can.
God. Oh,
Um,
God, I'm getting a headache.
I am very sorry for how I spoke to you. I was under duress, and that's not your problem.
Ike, he's a nerd. Okay, he doesn't.
I know he's a boy.
I know he doesn't get it. Okay, he doesn't get it. Okay, he doesn't get the kind of rapport here. Okay, people are about to die, so like if you could just kind of get over yourself.
Our eyes light up. Ooh, he's serious. Okay. So what do I need to do?
You need to help.
No, you need to stop. Shh. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me. What do I need to do right now? Okay. I think you have some of your favorite people in the whole world relying on you right now. Also, Nate's there. And that other guy. TJ. I know. I'm going to find the kids and I'm going to talk to them like some sort of ambassador. That's what I'll do. Good job, Ike. And she pats herself on the back.
So,
Yeah.
Ike, we just need you to go and talk to the kids like some kind of bastard.
Oh
okay?
my God. Of course. Of course, you'd come up with it 2 seconds after I would. And she charges to the front.
You little bastard.
She just flips you off rather than looking back. She just, her little orc finger goes up. Yeah, Jess is kind of like you know, like we don't really know those kids, and it's fine. She's like, I'm a professional. I'm a hero. I'm a legend. And yeah, she's now at the front, kind of leading, even though she has no idea. So she's kind of like, I'm going.
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
And yep, this way. And she's gesturing and she's pointing. McGucket is like, oh God. Maybe if Mrs. McGucket kills me, it'll all be over anyway. But yeah, you are with kind of AJ and Hephaesta and Ike and Jess leading the group. It is, I think, that passageway is quite narrow. So it is single file as much. And people are having to start to leave stuff behind because they can't carry, like one fell out of a cart, can't bring it. People were kind of bringing heavier bags and stuff like that. Stuff is just getting dropped at the entrance. As they all kind of file through, McGucket, Ragnar are kind of in the middle, Nate and Clodagh. As the crowd begin to kind of make their way through, and the last of the stragglers, and it's a couple of the kind of, they're kind of weaker looking, like they're the adults, but they don't look like they've ever been in a fight before. They don't look strong. They don't look particularly well trained. They are kind of like one or two are holding like a makeshift spear or kind of a short sword or dagger, like kind of just also keeping kind of watch on the rear. Again, there's a second concussive blast, and this one is much louder. And you see down at the back of the camp, a chunk of the rock just kind of breaks off and crashes in on top of some of the tents, less than 20 meters away from where you were standing in the mess hall. As the dust settles and the two of you file in, Clodagh, you hear your name called.
Do I recognize the voice?
Never heard it before. It's slow and soft. Clodagh.
What? Did you hear that? Something just called my name.
I don't know if we have time.
Yeah, she shakes her head and continues down the passageway.
You see a small figure kind of in the dust, kind of shuffling forward. And it's a small little turtle man that you'd seen only a couple of hours ago. And he calls her name again.
I'll be right behind you.
Okay, don't hang back too long, okay?
She heads over towards him. Come on, we gotta go.
Nope,
What do you mean?
can't go with you.
What do you... Come on, I'll help you. Come on. She tries to lift him.
Clodagh,
Yeah.
you gotta come this way.
What do you mean?
And he's kind of, like, as you're kind of trying to lead him, he's now kind of leading you back away from the way everybody else was going.
What? No, we're going...
We don't have time, Clodagh.
Where are you taking me?
He has to speak to you.
Who?
And he's just leading you.
She kind of looks over her shoulder helplessly at the rest of them disappearing down the tunnel and then follows.
He brings you past the small little room and the hut that you were in, and he kind of guides you kind of around kind of an outcropping from the cave, and there he kind of walks up to kind of the wall. It's just this jagged stone wall, and he puts a hand on it and he kind of seems to press, and you hear kind of the shifting of a stone, and a hidden stone door slides open, and there is a heat. It's heavy, and there is a faint kind of dust and a warm kind of spice on the air. It kind of vaguely smells like home on a summer's eve.
Is there anyone in it?
It's just a passageway. Like, he's just kind of...
Where are we going?
He has to talk to you.
Who?
Kappa.
Is she familiar with
You'd have heard of the
everything
legendary...
that's going on?
Yeah, you'd have heard of the legendary heroes. You kind of know stuff in the city.
Yeah.
Kappa. And there's a whole district named after him, Kappa's Anvil.
Yeah. Now she's kind of starting to question this guy's sanity and is like, no, okay, no, we got to follow the others. We'll be safer in numbers.
I can show you how to find another way, but he has to tell you. He doesn't have time.
Okay, let's go then. And she's trying to usher him down.
Yeah, he's moving as fast as he physically can go, and he's also kind of older. But the pair of you kind of move down this passageway, and it just turns left, and it opens up into. It looks a bit like what might once have been a workshop. Like, you can see kind of old wooden benches and these tall, heavy, strong beams, some buckling under the weight of a collapsing ceiling. But what catches your eye, Clodagh, is in the middle of the room towards the back. They're resting on just these mounds of blankets and pillows. You see this incredibly old, almost ancient looking turtle with these long, thick, fuzzy eyebrows and just this huge, wispy beard. His shell it looks like it's been bleached by the sun. And next to him, there's just this small table with like some pictures and little kind of personal effects, but there's a couple of candles burning. And it's here that warmth is kind of emanating from. And you can see all these, like along the walls as Bobo kind of draws you in. So you see all these kinds of tools and these runes and all these kind of various apparatuses, all with kind of a thin sheet of dust on it.
She's got an overwhelming urge to take a knee.
So that thing, as you do, there is just from the end of the room, and Bobo just kind of like holds you up because Grandpappy, who's not big on ceremony.
That's Kappa.
Yeah, Grandpappy.
He's like a legend.
Well, he's very old, and old things tend to be legendary.
Right, but he hasn't been seen in a long time.
You see the old turtle kind of shift about a little bit, as if he kind of goes to kind of half sit up, and his eyes creak open, barely. And you just see these faint milk bottle irises just kind of like half peering out at you as he kind of crinkles his forehead, and you just see wrinkles, folds and folds of wrinkles. Closer.
She stands up again and brushes herself off and moves closer to him.
Bobo stays put. Eilish, I'm going to ask you to open your Discord, as I am sending you a private message of what Kappa tells you.
Secrets.
Tells you
Slide
hello.
into your DMs.
Oh my god.
That dog.
Clodagh, as you step closer, again, it's that thing of like you are. It's part awe, it's part worry, but you still find the strength to step forward. And he has set up in his bed. And again, there is a booming sound overhead. And it is closer. Like you can hear rocks collapsing. And over your shoulder, you just see Bobo moving to the passageway. And again, he's pushing on bricks and runes are starting to light up in the room.
Whispered song. You have no more time.
And he leans towards your ear. And he whispers this. Nate, you watch as Clodagh kind of follows that turtle. They disappear around a corner, and then further down the line, some of the other people that were kind of there on guard start calling after the pair of you. And a couple of seconds later, when you still don't see her, you don't see anybody else in that passageway. There's an explosion, and that entire back section of the camp collapses inwards, and you can see torchlight.
Like, the instinct is to yell out Clodagh, but I can't do that because I'm going to draw attention. So, and everyone has now gone. I'm the last person.
Yeah.
Nate knows Clodagh. He trusts her. He's going to follow the people.
Okay. Turning on heel and chasing down the passageway, you do see that everybody has kind of, AJ and Hephaesta, rest of the crowd have kind of shambled through. There is this incredibly loud boom and the blast of air down the passageway. Instinctively, you all know McGucket, Ragnar, and some of the other rebels are all kind of look, and it's that same knowing look of they're here. And a second or two later, Nate comes running through the passageway. There's no sign of Clodagh.
I think I just tried to, like, I don't know, without panicking anybody anymore, give Nate a look of just like, ugh, do we keep going? Like, what's...
Again, I'll just give sort of a nod, like, you know.
I know the way back to where we're going. If you want me to,
No, we don't have time. We need to press on.
is she okay?
I don't know, but Clodagh will be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Believe in Clodagh.
Okay.
Okay. We need to move. They're hot on our heels.
If you change your mind at any point, sneaking past armies is within a wheelhouse of mine.
When you say Clodagh, will she be okay? Jess immediately, like who's holding on to like McGucket's long shirt, kind of turns back and immediately kind of like his lip starts trembling. And Ike takes him by the hand and like just gives it a squeeze. And you just see him kind of like with his sleeve just kind of wipe away kind of the tears and the snots. And his hand reaches for a small little sword at his side and he just holds it. Well, which way? And Ragnar kind of looks.
In a progressy sort of sense from 0 to 100%, like how far down the, not far.
Oh, this is like
10.
15, 20.
It's another, like,
Yeah.
So you told, it'll be 20 minutes. It took a while.
Yeah.
Like it took time to get there. And also it's wet. It's a slippy slope down. So people are going to, if they're going to just run, chances are people are going to fall, get injured. So
We just need to get
that
shifted.
is adding to the time as well. So
Yeah. Hephaesta, do you know the way back to where we came out of the wall?
Yeah, I think it's kind of just straight down here, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Could you lead the group? And Nate or Ivan or whoever's has
Nate.
the Nate.
Yeah.
You're a bard, right?
Yes.
Like light shows and illusions. Can we hide our tracks in any way with magic?
there's a shriek from the crowd as somebody's pointing and it's like, they're coming. And there's light now coming in the passageway.
I just, right this way, and I just start, you guys can do whatever stupid shit you're doing, and I'm just going down, and I just yell behind me, don't be too fucking stupid.
People are kind of, it's not even like you're saying this way.
Yeah.
People aren't even waiting. They're passing you. They're running.
Slow, gentle, careful, slippery.
And like that, your words are falling on deaf ears. And Ragnar kind of just looks at all of you like, what are we doing?
We are going down here. That's where the thing is, and we just need to get everyone down this, but we need to do it without anyone tripping over each other. Just try to keep them as calm as we can.
Everybody, listen to Hephaesta. And he's kind of looking at you, and he's kind of trying to usher people as well. He's not running, but he's trying to like let people go past as well.
I just kind of slip in and start. I know it's very tight, but I just start trying to like squeeze past people to get in front, just to stop them from getting too crazy.
I can make it difficult to follow us track-wise, but if there was a way to like hide, like if there was like a wall here and AJ accidentally casts minor illusion of but it's only like a 5 foot high wall, this but bigger, to just make it seem like there's no way through here.
I have nothing like that in my wheelhouse. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hopefully this works. I'm going to try cast mold earth on the roof and just drop rocks so that there's like, at least they have to kind of climb around rocks in a very thin path.
Okay, so you're
Talking to a man who walks Brayhead a lot, and boy, is that cliff walk closed.
Okay, so you're effectively trying to put an obstacle in their path that they're either going to have to clear or shuffle over one by one.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, the torchlight is that it's not. It's in the passageway because I mean it's dark down here. You hear the sound of their boots, their armor, their weapons. There's very little in terms of there wouldn't be. They have an order. They don't need another order. They don't need a question. You hear them coming, AJ, and it's that thing of you put hands on both sides of the passageway and just tear down your hands into it. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it does it anyway. And just chunks of rock fall in. It's about kind of up to your chest level that it has kind of filled in that space. It's not perfect. It's not but it could slow.
Mm-hmm.
Ragnar is kind of still waiting. Come on.
I can keep doing this behind us if you want to catch up with Hephaesta.
No, I'm not going to leave you behind.
Okay. Ragnar, run. You're not a fighter. You're not a military person. Get into the crowd and get out of here.
His eyes lock on yours. Give me an insight check.
4.
Ooh.
He fixes a look on you, and then he heads down the tunnel behind the others.
I'm going to continue walking behind the group, but every 6 seconds casting Mold Earth. And
Can I just for me, how big is the space that we're in?
The tunnel that you're kind of going down now.
Yeah.
The ceiling is about maybe 9 foot tall. The passageway itself is about kind of maybe 10 feet wide.
Okay.
But it's an incline and it's very wet. And you can hear, all you hear is the sound of the water rushing.
Okay.
So every couple of steps, it's that thing of like your hands on the ground and just pulling it up. Like just making these kind of like blockades. You do hear, again, clear shouted from above, and there is another explosive blast. As you are running, Hephaesta, you do see people kind of tripping and falling, and people are stopping to scoop them up. The kids are wailing. The handful of them that there are, they're terrified. You're getting closer to the bottom. And then there's this sinking, welling anxiety that begins to bubble. The shadow. The shape. Kyle. And just as you kind of round that bend and that sharper decline down towards the Swirly Whirly, it's almost like you don't want to look, but as you open your eyes and you turn the corner and a couple of people have run past you, it's not there. There's nobody there.
Anybody kind of ahead of me or even behind me, I'm just going to shout in the area, do not pass me. This is where things start to get dangerous. We'll be fine, but you have to stay with me.
Give me a persuasion check. At advantage.
17.
A couple of people are like, it is your words. It is the conviction in which you say them, but it's like, now it gets dangerous. People are like, they do slow. Like they are kind of keeping up with you, but like there is now just that mass of like 64, 65, 60 people kind of all kind of bundled. And McGucket and Ike and Jess are kind of next to you. Ike kind of have one hand free, her other hand holding Jess. Jess's hand is on the hilt of his sword. McGucket is holding his pickaxe. And he kind of just gives you kind of the nod. So where now?
Are we close enough to see where we had gone through the wall? Or we're still a little ways?
You're like, again, if you're just going to continue on down, you are now kind of only kind of a couple of feet from that edge. And you see where the edge was now, there's just kind of a sharp slope down that AJ had ripped away.
Yeah.
The Swirly Whirly is eerily quiet. Like you can still hear the sound of the water cascading. But the activity, the energy, all of it is, in comparison to a couple, like maybe an hour ago.
Okay.
It's so still here.
I'm going to like point at the area that AJ and I kind of had faced through. And I was like, we need to go that way, but I need everyone to kind of stay back. We need AJ up here for this. And I just kind of asked them, can you like shout down the back and is AJ back there? Is he coming up? And just try to get
there's a, hey, where's AJ? And then another voice kind of just shouts back, I think he's back there with that, the tall guy. And then I saw AJ and it hit, you hear your name being called kind of echoing up.
I see the crowd of people in front of me and knowing that that's difficult. And I turn to Nate and say, you love a crowd, right?
Yeah.
And you know how to control them?
Yeah.
These people are now, what do you call it? The nation? Mm-hmm. Keep them calm, but clear a path. Can you do that? Can you like lead me through?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a step in front of AJ and I'm going to sort of hunker down a little bit. And I'm going to say, AJ, do you trust me?
Always.
Jump on.
Okay. I hop on.
Yeah. And I am just going to do the dash action because I have the mobile feet and I am not affected by difficult terrain. So I'm just going to run.
the difficult terrain here being people.
Yeah.
Bodies.
So difficult. They're being real difficult right now.
Go on, please continue.
And I'm just going to run.
I was fully expecting you to make a Twilight reference. You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Okay, everybody. Hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
Do you ever feel like you start dying on the inside? Do you physically become aware of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The tone you wanted wasn't me riding on the back of Nate through a crowd of people.
Where are you running?
In the direction that all the shouting was coming from. To like ask for AJ.
Okay. So you were picking AJ up,
Yeah.
and like carrying him the rest of the way down.
Yes.
Yeah. You are AJ. You're like Nate sweeps you up into his arms and swings you over his shoulders, and then he legs it. He shouldn't be able to run this fast down this steep incline. It's slippery, it's wet. You couldn't do it without serious risk of injury.
But Nate is well used to slippery and wet surfaces.
Yes, and cleaning them up after himself.
No, he doesn't.
And getting Clodagh to get up after him.
I was about to say something, and then I said I won't say that.
And you kind of, it's that thing of you watch he doesn't barrel into it, but you in like a couple of seconds you have caught up with everybody. Ragnar kind of just looks back as you all kind of as you reach the crowd. Again, you can kind of hear the sounds from overhead as the soldiers are kind of filtering down towards you.
Did we get to the front?
Yeah.
I go to the part of the wall.
Sorry, just all that for that. Just all that for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.
Hephaesta's just standing there like, oh my God, please.
Please, soldiers, get us. Please.
I'm just going to jump into the Swirly Whirly.
I'm going to shine my codpiece.
Oh my God.
Kyle, take me now.
Help me.
Okay.
I cast Mold Earth to create a little hole into the small village. I don't have any. We technically haven't long rested, so my spell slots are tapped out. I've been casting a lot of cantrips. It shouldn't trigger a wild magic surge, but if you ever wanted it to, because it's more magic than he's probably cast more magic today than his entire life. It's yours if you need it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. There's something in the works.
Okay. It's fine to break the rules for fun. One hopes.
I'll be having fun.
You let me get a piggyback, I give you this thing. What's the deal?
Wait, do we not have a long rest? Are you saying since we started recording?
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of passed out. That's not really restful, right?
Sure it
That's
is.
resting.
Sure it is, Ben.
Shut up.
All right. I wasn't going to give it to you.
Up.
I'll heal up.
So you place a hand the same space and again, people just, it's that they're not even kind of waiting to be told. People are just pushing through, and they're kind of trudging. The torchlight is getting closer. Like you can, like it's frightening. Like you're starting to feel it. And as the kind of about half of the people are through, you now kind of you just hear voices. They're down here. They're down here. All of you give me insight checks.
11.
16.
14.
Nate, it's that weird, like, they're always, it just hits you. They're always just almost there. Like, you kind of begin to settle on a plan and the explosions go off. And then they're in the passageway just as you're starting to kind of figure out the next stages. Now here, they're almost upon you, but they should be on you now. If there are soldiers and they're running, they should be here. And that idea kind of hits you. It sort of sits in you. And it just seems a little weird.
There's a mole.
What?
There's a mole.
No, that's AJ. He's molding Earth.
No. Someone is telling them where we are.
Someone's telling... Would they know where we are? That's...
How? Every turn we've taken, they followed us. They've been on our tail. This whole cavern... This whole thing, there's so many ways you go. How have they been right on our tail each and every turn?
We're making a lot of noise. It's easy to track this many footsteps. We're not covering our... This is how we find people.
I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. Is Ragnar here?
Yeah, Ragnar's like helping people go through. Like he's again with Yi and he's kind of like pushing people through.
I'm going to start by casting Zone of Truth. Focus on a point around Ragnar. And that's done, is it?
Yeah, that just happens.
Ragnar,
Yes.
Ragnar, did you lead them here?
Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
I led the survivors here.
No, the army that's following us.
They probably chased me. I told you they were above. I told you they were coming.
Sorry.
Brother Ragnar, recite the creed of the Temple of Brogue.
What is going on?
You say it every day. Recite the creed.
I do not understand what is going on. What is going... And again, there's more shouting coming from beyond.
I cast Dispel Magic on Ragnar.
Ooh.
I cast it at level 5.
He, again, his hand kind of, like, one hand kind of guiding the other, like the remaining, and it's Magaka, it's Jess, it's Ike through. One hand kind of held up to Yi, kind of like defensively, like kind of like, what are you doing? And the shouting stops in that moment. The torchlight stops in that moment. And he stands up tall. Puts a hand on the wall and casts Stone Shape. And it shuts violently. Well. Finally, we're alone. Mostly. The work I had. Never mind. It'll all be worth it. Off you go. Down the stairs. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, let me play it out for you. No, Ragnar, we won't do that. No, we'll stop you. We'll fight you. My children have been given a command. Loose arrows on your precious survivors. If you're not down there when I call your names again. So, what shall it be?
I'm sorry, when your voice calls our names again, the children put down their bows and arrows?
If my command to call your names again is not heard. Oh, and please don't try the fail-safe method. If they don't get the command within a certain amount of time, they also know to put them down.
So your voice, this dialect you're using, this tone, it needs to say our names,
He
and
puts
they'll...
his 2 fingers to his forehead and he screams your name into your head. Take 5 psychic damage.
I'll take 2. I'm resistant to psychic damage.
So what of it?
We'll go with you. Just wanted to know that what you have to say our names.
Down the stairs. I am so exhausted listening to your prattling. I've had enough of it. I actually don't know how Kyle survived it all.
Are you the tarot?
Look, there's more going on in his head than we thought there would be. Very good, Nathaniel. Yes, I am a member of the tarot. Care to guess which one?
Fucking Joker. Let me guess. The Hanged Man?
Oh, my heavens, no, I'm better dressed. You can call me Temperance. Now, I won't ask again. And he gestures to the stairs.
I think Hephaesta just starts slowly heading towards them, hoping somebody has a better idea, but also not able to live with all of those people getting murdered.
Telepathically into Nate's head, I ask, how good are you at impressions?
Yes, Nathaniel, how good are you at impression?
I'm pretty good.
Because this person needs to say our names and the bows get taken down. The failsafe is, this voice says our names, no more bows. Did I get that wrong?
No. Quite right.
Yeah.
But here's the other situation.
I tackle him into the Swirly Whirly.
You've rendered him speechless.
Okay. Are you sure about this?
I have featherfall.
It's the Swirly Whirly.
It's not active at the moment.
Ben,
Yeah?
this is not one of those moments where I'm like, oh, I'm not ready to do whatever I'm about to do. I am asking you. Final answer. And I will leave this in because I don't believe in like just heading it out for the sake of it. But are you fully prepared to do this?
To tackle him into the Swirly Whirly? Yeah.
To enter the Swirly Whirly.
I never said I was going over.
Oh, Ben.
He's taking you with him.
You give me an athletics
Yeah, why not?
check.
I got this. Gotta pick a good dice.
Oh no, his pen's suddenly stressed.
All right. Bad 8 dice. The one that I use when AJ's being bad. 13.
10. Is it a tackle like I'm grabbing him, or is it a tackle and shove? Like to be, because I'd like you to be more descriptive. Because
Yeah.
I hear tackle, I think
You're going with
grab
ear.
and,
Yeah,
and throw.
I'm not gonna gore him. It's only like around the waist and like throw him off. I'm gonna use my shoulder to like boom.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it didn't have to be so dramatic then, because I hear
No,
tackle.
No, that's
fairness,
how I took it.
I-
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
fair,
I can cut all that out.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm leaving it there.
The way I initially said it was like I tackle him into the Swirly
yes,
Whirly.
yes.
So
Yeah, we were all like,
yeah,
"You
yeah.
stupid."
Yeah.
I mean, we all love a hero.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm not gonna say. I mean, I was thinking about doing it.
No, you weren't.
Well, no, I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm gonna fucking die if I do that. I love me more than
I like
anyone.
Blitz. Okay. Yeah. You and give me a D6 for
Flair.
damage.
5.
Nice.
Okay. It's in that moment where he's kind of looking like Hephaesta as you're kind of like slowly going down the steps. You turn back and you see Ragnar's kind of like turned. It's in that moment, AJ, that you were like just with all the strength you can kick off with your heels. You drive into Ragnar in with your shoulder, and then as he kind of stumbles, it's a full shove with your hands. You wind him like you actually, and he looks shocked, absolutely, just totally taken aback, and then taken off his feet, and you see him flung through the air, his robes kind of spilling up around him as he crashes into the water, and then is pulled down into the Swirly Whirly.
Nate, say our names. Say our names is his voice as loud as you can.
I do that in my best
Do you have
Ragnar temperance.
the actor feat by any chance?
No.
No, that's right. That would have been a perfect impression.
Are you just trying it anyway, like to?
Yeah, I mean, I assume I'm doing a performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go for it.
Yeah.
16. Nathaniel Obsidian McKnight, Ajalius Steele, Clodagh Meadowmoon, and Hephaesta Tinderson.
Your voice just kind of echoes out, and there's silence. In that moment, all you hear is the sound of the waterfall. And then the Swirly Whirly begins to bob.
Yeah.
You see it pulse and begins to light up. Skull, bone, torso, all manner of bodies. Skeletal spill out of it, surging up and flooding the space. There's now about 3 foot of water in this room. And you just see rising up through the middle as water surges underneath him. Ragnar, the Moon Shadow, Temperance of the Tarot, and the water just kind of shoves him up as he holds his hands out, and you just see water ringing around his wrists. I have to give that to you, Aegelius. It's been a long time since I've been surprised.
Sorry, I just missed that. You said my name, Aegelius?
Yes, but so did Nathaniel.
Oh, good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We can talk like normal people now.
Oh, we were talking.
No, we were talking under duress because you were threatening the lives of innocent people. Now we can talk.
Oh, you still think they're safe? Oh, no. This goes on until I'm done. And their fates. And I give you my word. And he crosses his heart and he holds his hand up. Your friends, your rebels, your survivors are alive. For now. I merely wanted to have a conversation with the three of you. Yes, we'll be honest. I think that is something we can all agree upon. Honesty. From here onwards. You'll forgive my noble deceptions. I needed to integrate myself with you. They did pick Kyle for the right reason. I find a man of his talents that people like you tend to work better with people like him. Hephaesta, you're awfully quiet.
What am I supposed to be saying to you?
Surely you'd like to know what happened to him.
I don't feel like that answer is going to help me in any way.
It might give you a little peace.
Considering this is coming from you? Doubt it.
I will admit, I was tempted to drag his corpse up with me as I rose up. But he's below, like so many others.
No, yeah, look, I was right. That doesn't help. Anyway, what the fuck do you want?
I want to know how.
How what?
How somebody like you, like all of you, could break someone like him.
Oh my god, please tell me this is not all because you don't know how to make a fucking friend.
I am giving you inspiration. Kyle and I, yes, we go back quite a long way. Friends, lovers, colleagues, mortal enemies. But he was the son.
Uh-huh.
And he turned his back on it. On all of us.
Dude, I don't know why you think we give a shit about any of this. This is your drama. What are we here for?
Oh, you're here because you're involved in so much more than you even realize. Your tiny, pathetic little brains couldn't even comprehend the social and political shit show that you have wrought in your way. And really, I guess, I feel like, I don't know, taking out my frustrations on you.
So you're mad because a couple of randos like us are really important to people who don't give a shit about you? Because I still don't see how that's my problem.
See, when your shit interferes with our shit, things got real messy. The sun turned his back. The Empress broke her contract. all of it, your fault.
Dude, hire better people. Have a better vetting process. This has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, you need to restructure HR and figure out what's happening there because your hiring practices are just not up to scratch.
I'm so sorry I led him to that.
Tell him about the B2B.
He holds out a hand, and you see that part of the water that it's now stopped. It's stopped spilling out, and there is just this black and red gunk bubbling up under him. And it's spilling out, it's blowing up, and the bubbles are bursting, and then it's collecting itself, and like bones and skulls are being drawn into it, is rising next to him as it kind of comes to about maybe 8-9 foot tall, and it's just this heaping, bubbling mass of red and black gunk. It doesn't matter. This is where the three of you will die. We will find the Empress. We will find her daughter. And we will kill them as well. And all will be right with the world. Okay. I think... Oh. Fair is fair. Can I do you the service of answering a question or two? Ease you off. Lay those souls to rest. You'll be joining so many down here. No?
Is there anyone else we know that's in the tarot?
I don't believe so.
Why did you kill him?
Oh, Kyle.
No. Why did you kill the king? He wasn't.
That's your question.
Look, I get it. He wasn't the best at his job, but he's.
Oh my god.
He was good to people.
Eddie, nobody cares about your misplaced loyalty and your world shattering around you. Boo-hoo, the king wasn't as great as everyone thought he was. What king or queen is?
No reason to kill him. Your whole world crumbled apparently because of us, but you're out there causing chaos. We're trying to restore order.
Persuasion check.
Natural 20!
Oh! Hey! Fuck you!
Well, I'll make these bad as I always do. No.
The house falls down.
The house of cards.
It's that classic, the villain is monologuing. Why we killed King Dreyfus? We were hired to. It made sense to. There's a lot of things about her that I don't quite like. But Marigold has always had her finger on the pulse. I probably shouldn't have said that last part. But since I'm going to kill you, I guess it doesn't really matter. Roll for initiative.
Ah!
You've been listening to Romancing the Dungeon with Amber, Sam, Ben, Eilish, and me, Declan, your Dungeon Master. Our theme song, Fight for Each Other, is by Stephen Tynan and Abby Soiree. Podcast artwork is by Dahi C Designs. Can I just say I love a reveal? And look, I figure everyone was like, Ragnar's shady, he's shady, but I love a villain reveal. And then I love a villain that monologues. So I had a blast getting to play that and then edit that. So this episode is dedicated to me. what's coming next? Obviously a fight. And stay tuned because it's going to be a big one. I'm going to ask that if you've made it to this far at the end of the show, could you take 2 seconds and leave us a comment on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you're listening to this? We love seeing your reviews. We love seeing your thoughts on the show. You can find us on all social media platforms at D8 Dungeon. We have a Discord, which is linked below in the episode description. Come hang out there. Let us know what you make of the show so far. We're well into season 3, and your feedback, your input are always welcome. So without further delay, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to leave you there. We're going to see you in 2 weeks. Until then, mind yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.
Where's Akbar? He'll know.
Ragnar.
Sorry, Ragnar.
You said that with such... I was like, did I say there was someone called Akbar?
No. That's a little joke for my Star Wars nerds.
But
Yeah.
Jeez, thanks, Amber.
That's a little joke for my Star Wars
that was
fans
on
out there.
purpose.
Yeah, little Admiral Akbar would know.
yeah.
It's a trap.
Yeah.